Welcome into the Main Event Broadcasting Network. I'm Danielle Jenkins, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications, and joining me today is newly named Assistant Softball Coach Brooke Yarbrough as she takes on her newest role in the athletic department. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you taking some time to speak with us about your newest role in the athletic department. Of course, you are a familiar face around here as you've been here for 4 years already, but now stepping into a new role, moving into that assistant coach position, as well as the head JV coach. What does that mean for you, being able to be trusted with this program and stepping into this new role, and also just to be rewarded for the time that you've put in here?
Well, trust is really the key word. I've been with Coach Martin since 2013, and since day one, he's been teaching me everything that I need to know, and I learned a lot really quick, and I think that's why he trusts me to be able to do this, and it means a lot putting trust in me with the pitchers and catchers, because that is a big part of the game, and I just appreciate everything that he has done for me and Piedmont has done for me. So it's awesome to finally be in an assistant role, not a grad assistant role, so I'm excited.
Now, you're originally from Pennsylvania and then went to college in New Jersey at Georgian Court.
Yeah.
What was it about Piedmont that made it seem like the right fit for you, coming down in the spring of 2013 for grad school and then really making this your home? Well,
actually, my coaches my senior year knew the assistant coach here at the time, Fred Gillum. And they said, they knew I wanted to be a grad assistant, so they said, apply here, and I did. I got a phone call from Coach Martin one night, and ever since he spoke to me, I said one thing, and he knew that I was the right person. That's what he told me, and ever since then, everything worked out for me to come down here. It was hard for me to come down and transition to being by myself, being 13 hours from home, but it has probably been the best thing I've done. So.
Now, you were a star pitcher during your days at Georgian Court, but you also kind of did a little bit of everything. You were also a DH and really had success at the plate as well. You guys won a conference tournament championship, regular season championship, made 2 trips to the NCAA Division II tournament. So of all the success that you had, what are some of your favorite memories, and how did that success that you had as a player help you transition into being able to bring that as a coach as well?
Well, my first year actually was one of the best years we had. I was more of a relief pitcher at that time, and a DH, but we went to a super regional, so we won our conference, we won regionals, we went to super regionals, we won our first game of super regionals, and we were in the middle of a rainout of our second game, and it kind of got it postponed, and then we had our third game. But that was probably the biggest thing, knowing from my freshman year that we can go that far, and still we were all, a whole group of freshmen, really. I mean, there were some seniors, there were a few seniors, but that's what helps me as a coach. Like, I know what it's like to be at a super regional and be one game away from World Series. And you want to push your athletes to get to that point too, because it's nothing, you can't talk about it or feel it until you're there. It's just a different experience. Even here, we were at 3 regionals, and it's just a great experience to have. And I want all athletes to have it because they work so hard, and hard work gets you there. So.
Now, you mentioned being trusted with the pitchers and the catchers. Talk specifically about what your role is here within this program, and then also moving into that head JV coach role.
Well, like you said, the head JV coach role, that's going to be a new one. Last year, we were kind of, I stepped into that when we didn't have an assistant last year, but that's going to be a big thing, because I'll have all aspects of that at that point. And then I have Coach Van Auken, who helps with everything, and she'll be actually coaching third base because I like to go to first base, and pitching, because that's where my focus is. It's hard to, that's where my head is during a game. So with her calling the play, like being offensive third base coach, that'll let me be able to think about pitching and talk to the pitchers a little more, and because it is a lot. I mean, I tell the girls all the time, you should be in my head when I'm calling pitches in a game. I mean, I get nervous, but I need this pitch, I need this, and there's a lot of thinking going on, so I like to keep my focus on that because it's a big part of the game. And that's what Coach Martin feels too, because I started out coaching first base at one point, But we had made that switch because he saw a big difference when I wasn't at first, and I can focus, look at my charts, and see where we need to go for that next inning and get focused for the next inning calling pitches.
Now, you've already been on staff for 4 years, so you've built that level of trust that you were talking about with Coach Martin and also with these athletes, because you've gone through it before with the transition period and how tough that can be working with different coaches throughout your career. You've been able to see through an entire senior class and be able to recruit and help bring some girls on. Not only for you is it important being able to stay here and see out the project that you started here with Piedmont softball, but how important is it for these girls to be able to keep that consistency and that trust that you mentioned?
It's very important. Like we had talked before, I went through 3 coaches in my 4 years of playing, and it was very hard to go from year to year and get comfortable with one who didn't really work with the pitchers at all and just let you go through a bullpen. One worked with them and tried to change a lot. And my last year, I actually had a good group of coaches. They were husband and wife, and they put so much trust in me, and that's why I had my best season. I worked hard, I ran more, and that's what I knew what they expected of me. And I wish I had them longer too, because they taught me a lot. And the biggest thing was trusting in me and knowing that I can get the job done. They looked at me and said, go get this done. And that's what I want from my pitchers too. And they know exactly what I expect of them, especially after 4 years. So it's easy to come in and say, well, last year we did this, let's work on this. And they know the routines we have, and we change stuff around, but it's easy. Like, we get to the point when they're juniors and seniors, they can probably guess what I'm going to call as a pitch. And that's just, it means a lot knowing that we can have that connection, because that makes you successful. That's what helped me, and I know that helped me. So I want to bring that to the girls too. So.
Well, Coach, we are so excited to keep you here on staff moving into your newest role. Wish you the best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us on the Main Event Broadcasting Network. I'm Danielle Jenkins. We'll see you next time.